Shit. What up there, anime and manga communities? This is your boy Chdeaaanime, or Chdeaaanime, whatever you want to call me. And today, I'm here to talk about Magi, the Labyrinth, Endure the Kingdom, Endure the Manga Magics. Anyways, this week's... that skit at the beginning is so stupid. Anyways. So, this week's chapter of Magi, chapter 241. I will be getting into a personal feeling I have about Alibaba in a second because of how early it is in the chapter. So let me just go ahead and jump into the chapter as it is. If my camera does desync my voice, I apologize, but just try and enjoy the video as it is. Thank you for your time. Now let's go ahead and get to this chapter. So the chapter starts off with Cohen's men telling him that the Empress was deliberately murdered and that the surviving defense force from the coup are heading over to Baalbad. And so Cohen is telling his men, let's move out. We're going to go intercept that. Alibaba head over to Baalbad. And while this is all happening, you have Yunnan, Aladdin say that he's sad that they couldn't talk for longer and that it was kind of like a semi-failure and all that. And Yunnan says that for a while, and Yunnan gets into something interesting. He's like, you know, it's our job to be Magi and to protect everything and make things better. And he says that after a while, he felt that there really wasn't much of a point to being a Magi. Like, he was like, there's no reason for me to keep doing this because at the end of the day, nothing good is going to come out of this. And sooner or later, the country will fall. So he stopped fulfilling his role as a Magi after a while. He just said, fuck it. He was done with that. And he was like, but after seeing this past, I now understand that our job is bigger than this and we have to work. I have to do this. Your parents and Ugo are very strict. Ugo entrusted us with this job and now we got to fulfill it. So then Sinbad goes on to say that the Co-Empire is going to be split in half for a little while due to the fact that Al-Thaman is a part of the Co-Empire, and that he feels that Judar might have done what he did because he wants to take over Al-Thaman and he wants Hakuryu to work with him. So then we get into this part where Oba realizes, oh, well, Hakuryu was the nigga who killed Madara, who was their mother. And then he also is mad at, then Alibaba mentions how, oh, well, I'm going to be working with the Co-Empire from this point forward. I'm joining Cohen. And if he needs me to use my metal vessel against you guys, I will. I'm cutting all ties with the Seven Seas Alliance. And then you have Oba come in and he's like, dude, what the these are the dudes who killed your family. Why would you want to work with them? And Alibaba says that it's annoying that he does it, but he's doing it to protect his country. He's doing it to protect Baalbad and keep them out of war because Baalbad has been in so much suffering. Now, here's the part that irks me. That's all fine and dandy. That's cool. Like, you want to protect your country and you want to keep everyone happy and all that. And I remember before I started doing Let's Talks for Magi, the whole situation that was going down and the families that were created and why people won't fight back and blah, blah, blah. But you know what my issue is? Alibaba is kind of a pussy. Like, and it's not, I don't mean that in a bad, well, no, I do mean it in a bad way, but you know, I get it. I get you want to keep your people from having to fight, and I get you don't want to disrupt the peace. But they don't seem happy. No, like, he saw old boy. He saw a dude. And you remember one of the old dudes who used to run with his brother. And he saw him. He saw the unhappiness. And the reason he didn't want to fight is because he didn't want to disrupt his family and all that. So you wouldn't, like, to me, that seems like a horrible trade-off. You would much rather let the people of your country suffer, leaving little children to die in the streets because of their level, their ranking in the country, in order so that some people could be happy and you didn't disrupt the peace, or you could fight for something better and disrupt the peace for a while. Yes, it would suck. Yes, there has to be sacrifices, but either way it goes, there's sacrifice. So why not fight for a sacrifice to where something good could come out of it instead of sitting down and taking it when it makes no sense? And the people of Baalbad would get behind him. You know they would. They love Alibaba to death. Like, all he would have to do is be like, let's go to war. They'd be like, yeah, let's go. Pitchforks ready. And this is, Alibaba is a sucky king right now. He needs to grow a pair. He needs to he's too idealistic in a way. He wants things to be too happy, and I get it. I get where he's coming from. I understand. I want you guys to completely understand. I'm not saying that he's 100% wrong for the choice that he's making. He doesn't want to see his country suffer. Okay, fine. But either way it goes, the country is going to suffer. You have children dying in the streets and no one helping them. What sense does that even make? Is that what you fought for? Is that what everything was lost for this? For a country to where the little guy it doesn't even matter? Is that, I feel like that's what like, it completely kills what they all fought for. What was lost? That's just what irked me. That was what got to me, is Alibaba's logic and why he is not fighting. Like, it annoyed me quite a bit when I was reading that. So after that was said and done, Alibaba and Aladdin are all heading on the heading to Baalbad, and Aladdin is speaking to Tidus, who is now the ruler of the Ram Empire. And during their talk, Tidus says that he will not be allying himself with Cindoria or the Ko Empire, but he will not be allowing himself to get into the war that could possibly take place. He's saying that he doesn't want the metal vessel users to be split up. And he then goes on to say that him and Aladdin are kind of the same because they were both born with these high expectations and these things that they needed to get done and all that good shit. But then Aladdin asks him how him and Mu are doing, because Tidus and Mu had some issues during the previous arc at Magnastad. And he says they're doing fine and that the finalists have their own issues. And Mu is now talking to Yunnan to where they all learn that they're the Red Lions and they're all just chilling. They're cool about it. And I feel like there was a slight bit of foreshadowing when they're like, maybe one day we can go over the rift and see what it's like over there. And you see Morgiana's eyes just glow. She's like, the other side of the rift. Like, I think she may one day return to being a Red Lion. And I don't know if Alibaba's gonna be able to hit that. Just go ahead. So like, that's a big ass lion. Like, right out there. Anyway, so from there, we then jump over to the the Ko Empire, where Judar has returned because of his space-time dimensional magic, and he speaks about how he hasn't fully mastered the ability yet, in that given time that he can't move big masses through space without it tiring him out. So he then goes on to say that as time goes on, he'll get better, and then we finally get to see Hakuryu. And he looks cool, and he has like these two guards next to him who look kind of badass too. But we get to see Hakuryu in his new look. He has like this freaking metal thing, new spear, new look, and I'm just interested to see where things go. Next week we should be seeing a fight in Baalbad, or at least a disagreement, an argument going on in Baalbad with the defense force on their way. And I'm looking forward to it. Like, I'm definitely looking forward to the next chapter of Manga. Like, I don't think there's been a week where I haven't been looking forward to the next chapter of Manga. Manga's a good series, but either way it goes, I'm gonna go ahead and call that a Let's Talk now. This is your boy chdeaaanime signing out. Please be sure to rate, comment, subscribe, and do other things to help the Bike thrive. And I will catch y'all on the flip. It has been golden. Peace out, anime and manga communities.